The Houston Texans made a massive move before free agency even began. They handed Danielle Hunter a shocking $40.1 million one-year extension. But this deal is not just about money. It is about a defense Houston believes can dominate the entire NFL. For Houston fans, the announcement created immediate excitement. For rival teams, it served as a warning. The Texans are serious about building a contender, and they are willing to invest heavily to keep the players who make that vision possible. Danielle Hunter is not just another defender on the roster. He represents the type of player every team searches for, but few truly possess. Hunter has spent years proving himself as one of the most consistent and dominant edge rushers in professional football. His reputation was built through relentless effort and elite athletic ability. Standing tall with exceptional length and explosive power, he quickly developed into the kind of defender who can change the direction of a game with a single play. Quarterbacks across the league understand the threat he presents every time he lines up on the edge. When the ball is snapped, Hunter explodes off the line with incredible speed. Offensive tackles must react instantly or risk being beaten before the play even fully develops. His hands are strong and precise, allowing him to shed blockers and maintain balance while pursuing the quarterback. The combination of power and agility gives him multiple ways to win each battle in the trenches. One snap might see him fly around the outside edge with pure speed. The next snap, he might drive straight through an offensive lineman with brute strength. If a tackle overcommits to stopping his outside rush, Hunter can quickly counter inside and collapse the pocket before the quarterback realizes what happened. That versatility makes him extremely difficult to contain for an entire game. But the impact of a player like Danielle Hunter goes far beyond the highlight plays that show up in statistics. Every sack and quarterback hit certainly matters, but the true value of a dominant pass rusher is how he changes the strategy of opposing offenses. Offensive coordinators must constantly adjust their protection schemes when facing a defender like Hunter. Tight ends are often forced to stay near the line of scrimmage to help block instead of running routes. Running backs are asked to assist in pass protection instead of becoming receiving options. Extra blockers shift toward Hunter's side of the field in an effort to slow his rush. Those adjustments create opportunities for other defenders to attack. Interior linemen face fewer double teams when attention is focused on the edge. Linebackers find clearer lanes to blitz. Defensive backs benefit when quarterbacks are pressured into making rush decisions. In this way, Hunter influences every level of the defense. The Houston Texans understand exactly how valuable that influence can be. In recent seasons, the team has been working to reshape its identity. Not long ago, the Texans were struggling to find consistency on both sides of the ball. The roster was filled with change as the organization searched for the right combination of players and leadership. Gradually, that process began to produce results. Young talent started emerging across the roster. Coaches implemented a system that emphasized discipline and aggression. Confidence slowly returned to the locker room. The defense, in particular, began to show signs of becoming something special. Danielle Hunter quickly became one of the most important pieces of that transformation. His presence on the defensive line provided Houston with a reliable pass, rushing threat that opponents could not ignore. Games became more competitive as the defense found ways to disrupt opposing offenses. For a young team trying to establish itself, having a veteran leader like Hunter can make a huge difference. Leadership in the NFL does not always come from speeches or motivational moments. Often it comes from preparation and consistency. Teammates watch how a veteran trains during the week. They observe how he studies opponents and prepares his body for the physical demands of the season. Hunter sets that example every day. His work ethic is well known among teammates and coaches. Younger players see the discipline he brings to practice and meetings. They understand that success at the highest level requires attention to detail and relentless effort. Those habits help create a culture where everyone raises their expectations. When one player pushes himself to perform at an elite level, the entire team benefits. Houston recognizes the importance of maintaining that kind of leadership inside the locker room. The timing of Hunter's extension was another critical element of the decision. Free agency in the NFL often creates intense competition among teams searching for talent. Elite pass rushers are among the most valuable assets in the league, and they rarely remain available for long. If Danielle Hunter had entered free agency, multiple organizations would have pursued him aggressively. Teams with championship aspirations are always looking for defenders who can consistently pressure the quarterback. A bidding war would have almost certainly developed, driving the price even higher. Houston chose to eliminate that possibility by completing the extension before the market opened. By acting early, the Texans ensured that their defensive cornerstone would remain in place. The move provided stability for the team and removed any uncertainty surrounding one of their most important players. The AFC Conference presents a particularly difficult challenge. Many of the league's most explosive quarterbacks play in this conference, leading teams capable of scoring quickly and consistently. Facing those offenses requires a defense that can disrupt timing and force mistakes. Pressure is often the most effective way to accomplish that goal. Even the most talented quarterbacks struggle when defenders collapse the pocket and eliminate comfortable throwing lanes. Pass rushers, who can consistently reach the quarterback, become essential pieces of any championship contender. Danielle Hunter provides exactly that type of pressure. His ability to affect plays from the edge forces quarterbacks to move earlier than they would prefer. Passing lanes shrink when the pocket begins to collapse. Receivers have less time to separate from defenders. Those small advantages accumulate throughout a game. A single hurried throw can lead to an interception. A forced scramble can result in a sack or lost yardage. Momentum shifts quickly when defenses create those moments of disruption. Houston expects Danielle Hunter to keep making big plays this season. With a contract worth more than $40 million for 1 year, the expectations will be very high. Fans and analysts will expect strong performances every week. Opposing teams will try hard to slow him down. They will use double teams and extra blockers to stop his pass rush. Every offense knows that limiting elite edge rushers is critical. Hunter is used to that attention. Teams have focused on stopping him throughout his career. In many ways, that attention shows how respected he is around the league. Great defenders adjust and still find ways to create pressure. Hunter's speed, strength, and technique help him continue producing even when teams focus heavily on him. The Texans' defense depends on that impact. The unit plays with aggression and energy, and Hunter's relentless pursuit of the quarterback sets the tone for the entire defense. When he lines up on the edge, the defense gains confidence, and the crowd feels the excitement. One big sack can change the momentum of a game instantly. By securing Hunter for another season, Houston is showing faith in a player who can influence games at the highest level. The Texans are building something strong. Young players are developing. The culture is improving, and confidence around the team is growing. With Danielle Hunter leading the pass rush, Houston believes its defense will remain one of the team's biggest strengths in the season ahead.